Greetings. Once again, y'all know this is the segment. This is the edition of Run Tell That.
Yes.
With Coach Sam Carter.
Yes.
Coach Sam. And I gotta say this, Coach Sam Carter. You got some folks out there who check out Run Tell That.
Yes.
And also see me do certain things, and they heard me gonna talk about. You had told me that I'm dehydrated, so that's why I had kind of pulled a muscle when I was running.
Right.
And so now I got Sister V and Shari. Dr. Dawn said, give me water all the time. So what happened?
Thank you, Sister V and Shari.
So I'm letting you know, Coach Sam Carter, you got folks out there who check out your segment of Run Tell That and everything else. So again, and now I gotta say, this is a special edition. All of them are special. But this one right here is special because it's about ED. And it's for the men, but also the women.
ED.
It's about your health. Erectile dysfunction and health. So, Sam Carter, I'm turning over.
ED. Listen, let me tell you this. When people come to me and they say, Coach, especially women, say, Coach, my husband, we've been married for 25 years. We'll be 50, celebrating 50th anniversary. I just have a problem. I said, what's the problem? Jamal, ask you what the problem is.
What's the problem?
I'm glad you asked. This is that they say, I said, here's the problem. When you met him, they gave you the engagement ring. And then you got married, you got a wedding ring. And then after 25 years of marriage, you are suffering. So, because what happens is this, with men, there is something that they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk. All right, I try to convince men you're going to work out. Come on, let's go exercise. I said, well, your high blood pressure. I said, well, you don't want to get a stroke. I said, you want to get heart disease. They don't really care. They don't really care. But one thing they care about, they care about you.
That's right.
They care about erections. They care about do they have vitality? Can they do it?
Right, yes, sir.
And so I get their attention then. They listen. And I was like, because the same thing you do for your heart, to prepare your heart,
yes, sir.
The same thing you do for your kidneys and diabetes and stroke to reduce that, it's the same thing you do for your man unit. To keep you engaged,
right.
To keep the love alive with your wife or your significant others.
Okay.
It's the same thing, because then if you pay attention after 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 years old, the body tells a story. Here's a quick fact. You can talk to your doctor about this. If you have high blood pressure, if you have diabetes, if you have any of those high blood pressure, diabetes, if you have pre-diabetic, if you are stroke, anything like that. If you're taking medication for that, the body works in a priority system. The brain, the internal organs, the muscles, and go second. Your man unit does not take priority over the brain. We know your biggest brain, your sex is your biggest, brain is your biggest sex organ, but it doesn't take priority. So if you're taking medication for all that, your man unit is last. It's last. It's last in the priority list. And so if you are paying attention at the age of 35, 40, 45 years old, 50, 55 years old, and you are already having erectile dysfunction, you are setting yourself up, and you are probably already pre-diabetic. You are already have a little bit of heart disease. Because what happens is this. The blood vessels, the arteries and the veins, they've joined like capillaries.
Okay.
In around your man area, smaller blood vessels and blood. So if you're having problems with erection, standing up straight, those are precursors to already having problems around the other parts of your body. Look it up. Look it up. If your man is having problems outside of head injuries, outside of accidents, outside, I want to make a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. All right, but what I am is a trainer. And I've been doing this for 25 years training. And I've seen a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people. It's like going to the Pope for marital advice. He's never been married. But guess what? He's married thousands of people. And I done trained thousands of people. And I see this is over and over and over and over. And I see the results of this. Always consult your doctor. Before you go and change anything, go talk to your doctor. But ask your doctor. Ask him. He'll tell you, yeah, that is if it's not working, if your man is not working correctly, it already is telling you that, hey, you might be pre-diabetic. Hey, you might be already have pre-stroke. Hey, you got high blood pressure. And that is the reason why take care of yourself. Now, what we're going to do today, we're going to go through the basics of what I do, what Dr. Jamal does, and what every man should do. Because the same thing you do for diabetes, the same thing you do for the #1 killer, heart disease, the same thing you do to reduce certain types of cancer, the same thing you do to reduce your stroke, the same thing you do, here we go, to reduce your chances of hurting yourself with COVID.
Yes.
Because they talk about washing hands.
Yes, sir.
They talk about the masks.
Yes, sir.
What they don't talk about is lose 20, 30 pounds.
Yes, sir.
And we done discussed this.
Right. Go ahead.
And we done talked about this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take it. It's the same thing you do for that. It's the same thing you do to reduce your chances of erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So we're going to get into how you should start out every morning. How you should begin the morning. If you got heart disease, so what we're talking about is this. If you got already pre-diabetic and you don't know it, if you already have high blood pressure and you don't know it, you don't want to pay attention to it. If the man unit not working correctly, trust me, the diabetes and the high blood pressure is already there. You just don't want to admit it to yourself. That's all right, but the body will tell the story. So what we're going to talk about is how you get that blood pressure down, how you get that heart stronger, how you get the blood sugar down, reduce your chances. That's what we're going to talk about. Are we good with that, Dr. Jamal?
Yes, sir. And Coach, I'm going to throw something out there. I'm a little mad with somebody called Queen Blend's Lemonade because they be trying to give me a bunch of the Queen Blend's Lemonade to drink. I tell them they be messing me up because then I got to come in here and work even harder. And see, so I got to work harder today because Coach Carter going to have me doing some work. Queen Blend's Lemonade. And then Scoops and many desserts, vegan ice cream. So see, that's what I'm talking about. So with all of that, because you said something too, that people like talking about diets and 100% that even 90% work for you.
Right,
so
right.
People get
it's not going to be perfect.
Right.
And then here's the thing. You can have your lemonade. You can have, but it's got to be, if you figure that you're getting 4 or 5 meals, if you got 4 meals, if you say I got 4 meals a day, or 3 meals a day and a snack, that's 4, right? 4 times you're going to eat. And you do that 28 times in a week. 4 times 7 is 28. Right. If you're getting 90%, So if you getting out of those 28 meals, if you get 26 of them right, 27, you good. You can have the lemonade.
Right.
You can have that. Right? You can have the ice cream. But because you got the other 26 that you drinking, start with your water.
Damn, water.
You got your water.
That's right.
You got your water. When you get up in the morning, this right here is 16.9 ounces. What you want to do, rule of thumb, is you take your body weight, you want to drink at least half your body weight. But even with that, with this son living in Savannah, I say you want to go from 90 to 100 ounces of water. You got your water. All right, you got your water. So boom. Now, I start out every morning. I didn't endorse any of these. Dr. Jamal, I turn it around. We don't endorse any of these. I'm going to tell you what I eat.
Right. So again, no endorsement.
No endorsement.
This is just information. God's help.
Oatmeal. Boom. Now, I take the bowl. I put my oatmeal. Now, after that bowl, after I put it in the microwave, I have put my mixed nuts. Boom. There's my oatmeal. There's my mixed nuts. Boom. Then, I take my fruit. I put my fruit in there. And this meal, I eat from in the morning till about 11:30. I make a bowl. If you put a cup of this, a half a cup to a cup of this, a handful of throwing in your oatmeal, that's essentially 2 meals. Because if you add all these up, you add these calories up, you're probably going to get about 800-900 calories, right? And so that's a good morning. No sugar. No sugar. You get some sugar in the fruit. Now, you can switch out the fruit with bananas. You can switch out the fruit with, I have strawberries. I like blueberries. All right, we got walnuts. We got the cashews. We switch it out. Different. Sometimes I'll go with the dry fruit. Dry fruit got a little bit more sugar in it. All right, but I'll go with the dry fruit sometimes. Gotta be there. And that's my breakfast. I'll start out, that's my breakfast. Now,
Coach, I gotta ask a question.
Yes, sir.
What if I don't want to eat breakfast in the morning? Is that a mistake?
Break the fast. If you go to sleep at 10 and 11 o'clock and you sleep 7-8 hours, all right, and you get up in the morning, your body is hungry. Your body is like, feed me. You got it. Now, you start out with the basics of the oatmeal, the fruit, the nuts in the morning, right? Now, if you do not want to eat, then you are not planning on success. Because what happens is, if your metabolism starts slowing down because you're not giving your body nutrients. You have to give your body nutrients. Because if you don't, it's going to take away from you. And there's no way you're going to come in to work out with this workout program that we're about to show America in a few minutes if you don't eat. Because one time you came in and 2 times you came in and eat. Tell America tell them what happened to you. Tell them what happened to you tomorrow. Tell them and shame the devil. Tell them and shame the devil.
I couldn't figure out what my arms were functioning. I was like, wait a minute, I just did this. What's going on? Why? And then I said, well, Coach, I had figured since we just our heavy day, I won't eat. Bam! That way,
You won't be able to make it. Yeah. You will not be able to make it if you don't eat.
I'm like, my mind is saying, but my arms ain't doing it.
You won't be able to eat. You will not be able, you won't be able to make it. You won't be able to work out if you don't eat. And so therefore, you gotta start with breakfast. If you're gonna be that person, you look.
Just in general.
You don't want Edie to come out. What is that? Hello, Edie. You want Edie to pass by. You want Edie pass by me, Edie. Gotta get up, gotta get breakfast in the morning. So when you're going to the different restaurants and you eating, sausages and grits and all that butter and bread and all that, look, that's just adding more weight. That's what got you in the state. You got to change something. If you want something to get better, you got to change it. So that's breakfast. Around lunchtime, right? Always come with protein. Now, I got this as a protein, but this can be fish, it can be chicken, it can be beef. This is about protein. So I go protein and I go with some kind of green leafies. I go some kind of green leafies with my protein. All right, and this is my protein and green leafies. If I have a heavy workout or something like that, I might throw some starch and carbohydrates in there. But most of the time, it's my protein, it's my green leafies for lunch. Then that's 12. 1, 2, 3. Now after workout, I go with my smoothie. Here it is. Like you said, we don't endorse any. I go with my smoothie. Boom, boom. I go back in the smoothie, blend it up. This could be banana, strawberry, blueberry. I go back with my smoothie. Boom. So there's my almond milk, my protein, my smoothie. I throw some ice in there. That's my smoothie. I'll get that. All right. Now, that's my smoothie. That's after my workout. So now that's 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I have more protein. Just my protein. Maybe that 6 o'clock, right? This is my 6 o'clock. Now, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, dinner, 8:30, another tip. I'll go on my carbohydrates. I'll go with my carbohydrates. And even go with my carbohydrates. Why? Because that carbohydrate gonna jack my insulin up 9 o'clock. And if you have a Christmas, a Thanksgiving, or you have a heavy meal, what do? You get some right. It helps you right. Dr. Jamal. It helps you go to sleep. So what I do is I put a little bit of carbohydrates at night, and it'll help me. It kills me. I'm relaxed. Those carbohydrates. You think about it. When you up that carb in the day, and you feel like you at lunch and you jack up, you have a heavy rice meal or heavy noodles, right? Pasta, heavy pasta meal. You go to work 2 o'clock. You sleepy.
You like
right, right, exactly. So what I do is I keep that later. I keep that later. And remember, losing weight is the law of thermodynamics. If I take in more than I burn off, then I'm gonna gain. If I take in food less than I burn off, then I'm gonna lose. So your workout is your workout. We're gonna show you a basic workout. All right. You got to keep your calories down. Get your calories down, you'll lose weight. Now, and that's my meal. Now, for my supplement snacks, I'll take some yogurt in the day at my desk, and I'll do some yogurt, and I'll throw more nuts in, right? If I throw some yogurt. All right, now, here we go. Now, at night, also, I'll have some beans. All right, this is nature's most underrated big time beans. Put beans, add more beans. Good protein, give it a little bit of carbs, put it in your meals. Beans. All right, now, here we go. Let's talk about that 3 meals, 2 meals. Every once in a while, I have some chips. Now, but look at this bag. This is my bag of chips. Not the big bag, not stored at the house. Yeah, I can eat, roll it, put it up, go back. No, if you want chips, go get the chips. Go grab cookies. But here's the thing, Dr. Jamal, here's a snack. Here's my snack. I have it. But here's the thing. If I place, you take out the rice, but eventually, if I place the snack here and the green leafies on the counter, and I left them there for a week, which one would rot, go bad, and which one would you still eat?
You can still eat that.
So therefore, the one that goes bad is the one you eat. If it rot, that's what you want. Dr. Jamal, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I had strawberries on the counter or these chips. Which one of these chips is this chips or the fruit after 3 weeks that I can sit on the counter and I can eat?
I can eat this right here.
After 3 weeks. So therefore, that should tell you something. Eat as close to where God made it. God did not make chip trees. Eat as close to nature as possible. Eat as your rule of thumb is this. Is this close to nature? Is this as close as God made it? Did God make it like this? Then that's good. But if he didn't make it like that, it's very, very, if God didn't make it like this, man made this. So therefore, there's no snack farm. They made this. This is in your 2 or 3 meals. But those other 26 meals, you got your fruit. You got your green leaf. You got your real protein. You got your beans. You got your carbohydrates. Well, here's the better. You got your carbohydrates. Do we have now supplements? Supplements. Here we go. Vitamin D is good when you get a whole bunch of things with COVID. You get a lot. You go outside. A lot of people staying inside. You take your vitamin D. You up your vitamin D. Vitamin C also. All right. Vitamin C also. You take a lot of vitamin C. All right. That'll help you with the vitamins. Help you with a whole bunch of processes. But we're talking about testosterone. We're talking about converting cholesterol because we get cholesterol from our liver, cholesterol from things that have a mother. This has a mother. This has a mother. This is the basics of testosterone. And so therefore, when you get the cholesterol in you, it helps you build the testosterone. The hypothalamus is underneath the roof of your mouth right here. Tells the ones that hang, pump testosterone. You, me, normal human men, we produce every day between 7 milligrams and 50 milligrams of testosterone a day. Pumps out of our gonads, of our testicles. Every day, 7 to 15 milligrams. It changes. Now, for some people may have some hypothyroidism that may have a medical condition. See your doctor. Some people get head injuries. See your doctor. Some people who have some type of underlying condition. But the normal generally for the rest of us, we pump out about 7 to 15. And that ranges because when you are 15, 16, 17, 18, you pumping 15 testosterone, maybe even more than that a day. When you start getting around 30, 35, 40, just your natural testosterone pump in your testicles is pumping out. It's going to start coming down, right? But how do you reduce it? That's how you reduce it from coming down.
How do you reduce it from coming down?
Take care of yourself. The same thing you do to reduce your chances of heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes. It's the same thing that you increase your chances. You decrease your chance of being erectile dysfunction. It's the same thing.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take care of yourself. So this is what we're talking about eating. We drink water. We drink water. Water for breakfast. Water for lunch. Water for dinner. Water. You can have those lemonades 2 to 3 times. You can figure that out. How you can have them on Friday or Saturday. But if you got 30 meals, 26 of them, 27, water.
All right.
Water. Do we understand? So this is how we eat. We eat because of what it does for us. All right. And so this is good nutrition. All right. So basics.
So Coach Guy, but what about, I see the commercials because I like looking at ESPN. Mm-hmm. And I see the commercials. The commercials come on like 3 times in 1 hour. I'm looking at Round the Horn, PTI,
yes.
Highly Questionable,
yes.
And they have Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie, and they talk about,
the supplements.
Right, So what about
the
I can get those, can I order that?
The Nutrogenics, the nut juice,
hold up, the nut juice, that's real, that's stuff for me. Never got the stars. What I'm just saying, go ahead, man. Yeah, yes, sir. But the rest of them,
there's all kind of them, Yohimdi, all of, look, they all are supplements, right? Mm-hmm. Supplements but they are not the primary, your function primary is to take care of yourself.
Gotcha.
That's first. You can do the supplements, you can do the, if you go to the doctor and you get the supplements and you get on prescription, you get the blue pill, the black pill, the whatever pill, those are all supplements, but it still is only a one-time fix. And you better time that one, you got an hour, you got 2 hours, you got 3. What I'm talking about is lifetime stuff. I'm talking about lifestyle. I'm talking about changing your life. That's what we're talking about. So you can get popping that pill, but guess what? When you pop the pill, you have to, in order for it to work, you got to pop it more, and you got to take in more. And you 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, and you popping 6 pills. And you got to lose, only thing you have to do is lose 40, 50 pounds. I'm telling you how to get to the root of the problem. Now you can turn the water on, Jamal, and you can let the water leak out. And Jamal, what I can do is you can let the water leak out. And what I can do is I can get a rag and I can wipe out the water. But until you stab the water source off, until you stop the water source, Jamal, the water just gonna keep leaking out. You can keep mopping it up, but it don't matter how much you mop, the water just gonna keep leaking.
You heard it.
What I'm trying to tell you is this is how you stop the water from leaking out. This is how you stop the water from leaking out, America. So everybody want the quick fix. Everybody want to take this pill. But that pill ain't got nothing. That pill is still ain't helping your heart. Still ain't helping your diabetes. It's still ain't helping your high blood pressure. So it's there. What I'm saying is that fix the root of the problem. I'm not downing anybody in what they take, whatever supplements, whatever. That's fine. That's you take it. You know, I'm not a doctor when it comes to looking at that. But what I say is this: the root of the problem. You sleep, you take care of yourself, you adopt better habits. You can take all the supplements you want. I'm 48, I look 38, I act 28. You 50. Challenge yourself to look 40 and lay down one like you were 30. Yeah! Run, tell that.
Coach Sam Carter edition. Run, tell that.
Now,
about being healthy.
Dr. Jamal about to go through some exercises.
Oh, boy.
We're going to get this camera. We're going to show you some basic exercises. That's what we're going to show you. All right, we're going to show you some basic. All right, so we're getting up. All right, so here we go. Dr. Jamal, here we go. You see him. Now, here we go. So the first one, this is called a bend over row. Watch him bend over, turn to the side, Jamal, turn to the side. All right, here we go. Bend over, flat back, and watch you pull. This is a back side pull. 1, come on. 2, good. 3, good. 4, good. 5, good. 6, that's a bend over row. 7, good. 8, works your back. 9, now watch what he does. 10, he's going to stand up and look straight at me. And now this next one is called an upright row. Upper back, go. 1 with the weight. You're going to hold it in his hand, and you got the weight. Go, pull it up. 1, that's it. 2, that's it. 3, that's it. 4, that's it. 5, that's it. 6, come on. 7, good. 8, that's it. 9, that's it. 10, now he's going to do a tricep. He's going to drop 1. Watch you do above his head. Watch it, go. 1, perfect. 2, perfect. 3, perfect. 4, good. 5, good. 6, he's going to do a squat next. 7, watch it. 8, good. 9, good. 10, now watch him squat. He's going to do a squat, go. 1, turn to the side so you can see your side. 2, yes sir. 3, stay back. 4, hips back. 5, there he is. 6, you see him. 7, you see it. 8, you see it. 9, he's going to do a sit-up next. 10, watch him do a sit-up on top of that box. He's going to do a sit-up. Both feet going to be on top of the box. Watch what he does. Good, ready, go. Sit up, go. 1 with the weight. 2 with the weight. 3 with the weight. 4 with the weight. 5, come on. 6, good. 7, breathe. 8, good. 9, good. 10, then he's going to do a lunge. He's going to do a lunge. Watch him do a lunge. Watch him do a lunge. Ready? Go. Step out there. 1, perfect. Good. 2, get out there. Good. 3, get out there. Good. 4, get out there. Good. 5, that's it. Good. 6, that's it. Good. 7, that's it. Good. 8, that's it. Good. 9, that's it. Good. 10, now he's going to do a push-up. Watch him do a push-up. Watch him do a push-up. Watch the full legs. Legs stay straight in the back. Hands. Watch it. Go. 1. Good. 2. You see in America. 3. Come on. 4. Where they at? 5. Where they at? 6. Where they at? 7. Going to 10. 8. Going to 10. 9. Going to 10. 10. Watch him do a curl. 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 Ready? Go. 1. Perfect. 2. Turn to the side. 3. That's it. 4. Look at those arms. 5. That's it. 6, come on. 7, come on. 8, come on. 9, come on. 10. Now watch him do a step up. Now watch him do a step up. Watch him step up. Watch him step up. Push it down, Jamal. Just kick it down. It's on 24. Push it to 20. Push it down. All right, so here's a step up. Right. It's on 20. Now watch this step up. Here we go. Ready? All right, here we go. Come on. 1, drive that leg. Here we go. 2, drive that leg. Here we go. Here we go. 3. Now, if you think 4, if you want to challenge out of Jamal, 5, you want to do something, he going to drop that weight. Watch him drop that weight and do a box jump. Ready? He going to drop the weight. Watch what he does. Weights go to the side. Watch what he does. Come on. 1. 2. Wait, Jamal. Go to 24. Pull it back to you. Jamal, pull it back to you. Watch America. Watch America. Watch America. Go. 1. Relax, Jamal. Americans said, you think you want to do something? You think you want to do something? This is fighting. stroke, diabetes, cancer, and more importantly for you men, this is fighting ED. ED. Watch. Bam! Get down, Jamal. That's it. Oh, he's giving them more. Look at America. America. Rest. 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 Rest.
Let y'all know this. We already did an hour of training before we even do this, some of this. So some of y'all probably questioning something. So now I still did that. 20, 24, and 30. And I'm in my 50s.
Bam! Run, tell that.
Done did an hour of training already before it. So now again, this Coach Sam Carr, 27-17. So I'm just letting y'all know.
Go run, tell that. If you can do this, America, if you can do that, Jamal, you can leave it. If you can do that, this is reducing your chances of heart disease. It's reducing your chances of stroke. It's reducing your chance of diabetes. It's reducing your chance of high blood pressure. But more importantly, America, men, it's reducing your chances of erectile dysfunction. You take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Now,
several things to this. Erectile dysfunction is not just with regard to your physical body. Erectile dysfunction is, are you erect when it comes to justice, fairness, equality, equity, humanity, morality? And when I talk about morality, I'll say, when you see the oppressed being oppressed, do you stand up against that? Are you suffering from ED? Are you suffering from dysfunction?
Are you limp?
Are you weak? Is the blood flowing through your heart for you to not stand up against injustice? Is the blood flowing through your very veins for you now to have some muscles to fight on behalf of the people who need you? Are you strong enough to stand up and speak out against all the evils? Because again, that's what King did. That's what Jesus did. Moses. That's what they did. That's what Malcolm did. Mecca did. Here go my boy, one of my heroes, man by the name of James Baldwin. He said, listen, you killed Martin, you killed Malcolm, you killed Mecca, all three of my friends. And they had the heart to speak out. So they did not have any erectile dysfunction for society.
That's right.
So I'm like saying, are you limp with regards to that? Are you weak with regards to that? To stand up and speak out, to give it a shot, to give it a try.
Dr. Jamal always gonna come with the angle with the social justice angle. Always gonna come with this. Erectile dysfunction does not just stop with you. Erectile dysfunction does not just stop with your man unit. It's not just stop with your erectile. When you stand up for justice, when you stand up, we got women, my wife out there fighting. Keisha Gibson Carter, fighting. Now, men, we get our erections from our testosterone and our brain telling our body. All right, now women have some testosterone too. They get theirs out above their kidneys, and they have starch in their back. And if you don't stand up, they'll stand up for you. And guess what? If you can't lay down wood, guess what? They're gonna have to get it and let go. They'll figure out a way. You know what? They'll figure out a way to get that wood. If you can't do it, if you don't want to stand up for them, don't worry about it. They'll stand up for themselves. You just move to the side. Don't get in our way.
Correction, Coach Carter. They will not stand up for themselves. They will stand up for all of us.
All of us.
They stand up for all of us. So here goes some of us. We then stand to the side. We are limp. We are weak. We are coward. We are scared. We are shy. We don't even attempt to even fight. So I have to throw something out here like Queen Mother Yah Asantewa. And some of y'all ain't talking about the Ashanti. Y'all ain't talking about the Ashanti Empire. But y'all don't realize Yah Asantewa said this to the men. When the British came there to Ghana, they would have said, we want the stool. Just like I jumped in the box. They said, we want the stool. We want to come sit down on the golden stool. That only the kings of the Ashanti can even sit on. But the British come and they said, we want the golden stool. The men got limp. They got weak. They even were starting to cower. Yeah, Santewa, the Queen Mother, sitting in the background like, what in the world? Are y'all really trying to entertain this? We said that came from heaven for our leaders to sit on, not for them. They're not from us. And so Yah Santwa said to the men, listen here, if you all don't want to stand up and fight, we, the women, will stand up and fight. We will fight because you all have not become cowardice. You will, basically, she didn't say it like that, but I guess this wasn't going on time to you, Coach Carter. Y'all are limp. Y'all are weak right now. You don't even have a supplement to even give you the heart to even stand up. So Yah Santwa. So when we see those queen mothers, see Ida Wells Barnett, that we look at Ida Wells Barnett, we see her, Ida B. Wells, something like they go and call her, Ida B. Wells, she is now standing up against black people being lynched. Standing up for women to have rights in this country right here. That she's speaking out against people like W.E.B. Du Bois. She's standing up to people like that saying, listen here, we fight for our people. That when y'all talk about Black Lives Matter, she was talking about that in the 1900s, early 1900s, 1800s. She talking about Black Lives Matter. She goes to Europe to talk about that, even fighting Caucasians who said, oh no, everything is fine in America. She said, no, it's not. My fathers and my brothers being lynched, they're being killed by them even open up businesses there that people get jealous of them having a successful business, that they kill them. She said, no, things are not right in America. But see, some of us right now in Savannah, in Georgia, in the United States. He's saying that you ain't even got to say
it. You don't want to stand up? Here's the science behind it. We look at young men, African American, colored, Negro, black young men. We look at men, white men, Hispanic. We look at them when they get about the age of 13, 14. Dr. Jamal teaches criminality and criminal justice on 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's a reason why. Subconsciously, there's a reason why. And the reason why is because when the gonads move away from the body, all right, and when you get from 0 to about 11 or 12, when the men start going through puberty, the gonads, the testicles drop down away from the body. When they drop down, they start producing a way more testosterone. Now that testosterone, the reason why for we work out, what testosterone does, it makes exerting ourselves feel good. Testosterone is the hormone that makes exertion, exercise, playing sports, jumping off stuff feel good. Follow me now. This is science. You don't realize it. It makes, and so what happens is testosterone 1 synthesizes protein that gives us muscle, that helps us grow muscles. That's why when we get 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, guys get bigger, the muscles come out. That's testosterone. 2, exertion, exercise, running, jumping feels good. Exertion, if you're not on a team, exertion, playing games, running. If you get the bad influence, robbing, stealing, it's still exertion. We don't, and killing. It makes you feel good. And so what happens, because testosterone, our body, our young men, not just black or white men, you can't explain it. 18, 20, 24, driving fast, jumping out of buildings. That testosterone subconsciously makes you feel good because it's a loop back, going back to the dopamine in your body, in your mind that says, ooh, do that activity again. I feel good. And so you chase that. You chase it. Some guys chase it on the field. Some people chase it on the court. Some people chase it in car driving. Some people chase it in fighting. Some people chase it it's nature. In the animal kingdom, Dr. Jamal, come on, preach, boy, preach. Take me back, Dr. Jamal. Preach, boy, preach. Dr. Jamal, I'm doing the best that I can. Preach. In the animal kingdom, you have animal kingdom. All males don't get the mate. Look out. All males don't get the mate. What do they have to do? What do the rams do? What do they do tomorrow? They fight the mate. Now, and nobody tells them that. Nobody tells them that. It's in them. That's right. It's in them. They fight to mate. They fight to pass off their offspring. They fight, and you watch on the animal kingdom. You watch them fight to mate. That's that testosterone that makes them do that. And so now, the person who wins, you get all the mate. Person lose, you out. You out. Sometimes they will fight to the death. They fight to the death. They fight to the death. You out. You lose out. That testosterone, that pleasure sense, they look for that. It's in them already. So when you see a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old young man, and he doesn't have a path if he don't stand for nothing positive, he will fall for anything negative.
That's right.
And so therefore, when you see like, why they robbing? Why they shooting? It's in them. It's in them. They gonna do something. So if you don't have activities, if you don't have something that get them engaged, if you don't have something that get them occupied to do something, and I tell my wife all the time, we must, the number one thing we got to do in Savannah is we must, our rec department, our young people, by the time they're 6, 7, 8, because guess what? Those nabs going to drop. And you got to have them already engaged in some kind of activity. Because remember, in the animal kingdom, it's coming. They're going to do something. They're going to do something. And so testosterone gives us muscles. Testosterone is pleasurable when we exert ourselves. And so whatever that exertion and testosterone, we get that loop feedback because it feeds the dopamine in our brain. And that dopamine gives us pleasure. And that pleasure, we seek to find that pleasure more. So whatever that is, that's why they play so hard. That's why they run. That's why they run. That's why they jump. That's why. And that's the reason why. So they're coming at 12, 13, 14, 15. It's coming. Now, society. And I tell my wife, what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? She gonna fight. She'll fight her. And I shout out Alicia. They gonna fight because they hear these stories. They hear me talking. It's like, Sam, it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two enough. Keisha and Alicia, they're going to fight. And so what I'm telling you is this. I'm telling you, people, they're going to have the energy. Whatever, it doesn't matter if we do nothing or something. It's there. It's biological. Look in the animal kingdom. Look at the young, when the young lion, they come challenge the older lion. They have to. It's in them. The sport, they do it. That's what they do. It's a part of the male testosterone. It's what it is. It's the same thing. We just have it as human beings. And it's the highest it's ever going to be between the age of 12, 13, and 24 years old. And so, Dr. Jamal, I'm asking you this question. The people who commit the crimes, we're not getting into who get blamed for the crime because we know that's a whole other story, social injustice. Black, white, across the board, are they male or female? Male. Roughly between what age?
Between the ages of 16 going up to the late 20s.
And you know when your testosterone is the highest? Between the ages of 16 going up to the late 20s. We can explain it. Now, we know all the environment and all that kind of stuff and how they were raised, they interview. Right, but they want to do something. So you can get them positive, but they want to do something, America. They want to do something.
See, Coach Carl, I will come out with you because also at that age, that 16, their mind's still gelling.
Yes.
It's still not germinating. So all that's coming into play. Because sometimes that's why, again, they want to do something, but then what do they do?
Right.
Just like what you were saying. So if you're not giving them anything, so then if you're not giving them anything good, then guess what? The negative stuff out there. So that's why sometimes people try to figure out, why do those kids, they were good kids.
Right.
Why did they go and commit that robbery like that? Why did them go and say, we shouldn't do this? No, but what happened, nobody's been out there to help shape them. And so getting the testosterone,
that's it.
So I'm just saying, when you say that, I'm like,
That's it. I mean, it's the reason why the buildings are hard, tall, and then we get them climbing and jump off of them. It's the reason why cars go 220 miles per hour. We get them and drive them. I mean, there is a reason. They look for that feedback. That it is incredible. Testosterone hormones is incredible. And then if you have little boys and look at them and they start smelling, that's natural. You see them, that's just what it is. That's nature. I mean, like, yeah, that's nature. It's what it is. It's that my wife is complaining about. I said, yeah, okay, that's testosterone. You smell it. You walk in the room. That's testosterone. Mama's going to your son's room. Open that door. You do that, you can get it. You can buy it from the store. You can go buy it. They sell it in the market. You got a little boy, they sell you. You smell it. Yeah, that's him. He got it. That's that. That's testosterone. Don't beat it out of him. Don't beat it out. What we want to do is we want to harness it and put it in good, positive ways. So when they get injustice, like Dr. Jamal was saying, they stand up to it. Teach them how to stand up to it. Teach them how to stand up to be. Teach them how to stand up to that stuff. Because you teach them how not to have erectile dysfunction. Teach them. Fathers, teach them. Mothers.
And what's so funny, Coach Carter, when you were talking about the animal kingdom, I'm sitting here, and just to share this with y'all, because I just look at shows, I like animal shows also, nature shows. And they talk about how this one man that he was raising this deer, he got this deer. He started taking care of the deer. The deer was an orphan out in the woods, so he started taking care of the deer. And it was a male deer. But now what happens, the deer eventually kills him. What happens is that male deer now is not getting bigger. And it's now starting to go through the period of rut. He never thought about the rut. And what's going on with the rut? Is that testosterone? Is that now it's like that the male deer now is coming into itself, and it's like saying basically, I want a woman.
That's right.
And then I got a child. So the very person that raised him, this human that raised him, they're gonna find out that he's not gored to death by the deer.
That's it.
And people try to figure out what happened. They were like, oh, that dude was going through rut.
So
here the person who raised it didn't even understand what's happening.
Understand.
That again, the testosterone is not building up, and that is natural.
It's natural.
So
there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Mamas, your boys, there is nothing. You can't beat it. It's in them. What we got to do is we got to convince them at an early age, curtail them to put it in positive way. It's the reason why we play so much to watch them on football and baseball and basketball. It's the reason why we watch them run on the Olympics. It's a reason why they do all that stuff. They love it because testosterone makes exertion feel good.
And that's why they do some of the things that sometimes y'all think is negative. That's what's going on, because what have you done to channel some of the positive stuff to guide them properly, so now they know how to use it and assert it in such a way that, again, that is beneficial for all of us. This might be beneficial for all of us, again. And that's why some of us, we cheer at the games.
That's it.
Friday, Saturday, Tuesday. We cheer at those games like that. We cheer at the tennis matches. We cheer at the soccer matches. We cheer at all of that. We see all of that. And we loving that. Because, again, and they're getting that thrill also. Now, it goes to something else what you're saying, too. Is that the other element, too, people talk about people who call high sensation seekers. People are skydiving. Why they do that? High sensation seekers. They categorize it like that. But I'm like, it's the same exact thing.
They're looking for it.
That's right.
That's right. They're looking for it. I mean, it is. I train young athletes, and you can see it. You see the development. You see it's like, it's in them. They're going to develop. I mean, you see them. And so you have to get them early, and you have to this is how we're going to use this. This is how we're going to, you got to find that interest. If it's music, if it's dancing, whatever, it's going to be in them. It is going to be in them. But if you don't give them something, if we don't, our community does not, you can't just leave it up to chance. And you let all these people, all of them out there in our community, and you shut down games and shut down football. You shut it all down, and you just leave it up to chance. You know, and then you are planning on having a whole bunch of kick in, break in. You cannot, because it's in them. I'm not making an excuse. I don't want this to be an excuse. Your behavior based on what your behavior. But I'm going to tell you, there is a biological reason. And look at the animal kingdom. Look at the way young people, we cheer that running up and down the football field, but also they go and they'll run up and down the street and busting and kicking the door.
That's right. Yes.
The same thing you do for a better heart, for a better circulatory system. To keep your blood pressure down, keep your sugar down, or diabetes down. It's the same thing you do to keep it up. Hold it up. Wrap it up.
That's it. So I'm going to let y'all know something too. I did some research on some things, obviously with Coach Carter. So Coach Carter, coming to these young athletes, high school, college athletes, and I'll do the 20, 20 feet, doing the vertical. Y'all saw it. I jump up 20. Then what happened, I came in, had to do training with basketball players last week. So I'm the basketball players. So Coach Carter put the box up to the 24 inches. I was looking at Coach Carter like, I was doing 20. So now the basketball players, and he's looking at me like, ain't nothing changed. So I had to do the 24 last week. But then I said, all right, let me check out the ages. So what height should I be jumping? And they were saying that, at our age, 20 is what we should be doing. So then I might say to myself last week as I'm driving, I might say, he got me doing 24. And then they started talking about college athletes should do 24 and better. I'm like, okay. Then they said, professional athletes, some of them doing 30 and going on up,
That's right. That's right.
So that's why the day we come in, he was like, okay, we're going to do 20, we're going to do 24. And then he said, do the 30. Do the 30. I jumped one time on the 30. He's like, okay, you got it. So what I saw, this is what occurs. He was like, we can do that. So, but I'm saying to myself, again, the challenge, right? The challenge. See, now other people are going to say, listen, this is what athletes are doing. And so here go Lil Jamal doing that. Lil Jamal, professional athletes, collegiate athletes are doing that right there. That's what it's about. It's about listening to people. That's why we have Coach Carter segment right here. This segment right here is always, this edition is the Coach Carter edition, because we needed you to be better.
That's it.
That's why we have him. And this is his segment right here. So I had to throw that out there. So understand, he did that today.
That's it.
So now I know he's gonna probably be like, do 24.
That's right. He can do it. Well, and also,
I got no choice.
And also, Jamal, he works hard. And I see him working hard, and I know it's easy ball. Now, remind, he didn't start out that. You don't go out there and put that box on 30 and go to your local gym and do that. You're going to hurt yourself. You got to build up to that. Yeah. Build up to that. Build up to it. Don't go hurt yourself. Build up to it. Before you start any exercise program, you change it, go see your doctor first. Get all your numbers. Understand where you are at. And then you start out slow. And then you edge it on up. You've heard us talk previously about the difference between exercise and training. Not go back to the previous episode. You'll hear us talking about that. We train here. I keep his numbers in the book. You've seen us pull out the books. And so I know what I push him out. I know what he can do. So make sure that when you start, that you get good sound advice. You email Dr. Jamal, you email the show, you look at the show, and you follow good sound advice. Do not go out there and think that you just like, I'm gonna go get a box and start jumping through. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna really have a dysfunction.
That's it. And see, I'm just making sure the time. How many more minutes we got? We always over. You know what? Julius always goes.
I ain't got my other glasses. I gotta get closer.
I got 246.
We still got. Because
again, because everybody know with the ATR Family Network, Run Tell That is the little brother of all the shows. So we always got to adhere to that. Make sure that's 55 to 57 minutes. So we still got 5 more minutes. We still got 5 more minutes. And I'm so happy about that because I don't have no issue with our Mr. Producer. So again, but Coach Carter, what are the things that people need to take? I want to make sure, because I want to make sure that folks got what are the things that people need to take from this? Because again, ED is not just about men, but it's also women.
That's right.
So what are the things that you want folks to take away with regards to this right here?
I want number one, you have to change the way it's the number one thing. You have to change your mindset, the way you live, the way you eat, the exercise is a priority, eating good food is a priority. Doesn't matter how much supplements you take. If you don't change your sleep, the way you sleep, the way you eat, the basics of you being you, the number one thing. If you don't change none of that, and you take the pills and the whatever juices and the Erectile and the longevity and the Viagra, you ain't really fixing nothing. You're just fixing the hour. Suffering is still going on. Because it's not just about in the bedroom, it's about energy and vitality and being able to run and jump boxes. So the number one, I think, is change your lifestyle. That's got to go number first. Change your lifestyle. Get on your knees and ask the Lord to help you with this endeavor. Pray. Ask the God, please give me guidance. Give me strength to be able to change the way I eat, the way I sleep, the way I exercise. Start me exercise. That's number one. Number one. That's number one. You have to do that first. That's it. Because all this other stuff, 2 and 3 about taking this and this supplement and the vitamin C and the vitamin D, all those are just extra. But the number one thing, we spend most of our time on the number one, your lifestyle. Your lifestyle, the way you live. And a heart disease is the number one killer. It kills over 600,000 Americans a year. All right. And so for us, Black men and women, Stroke and diabetes are all cousins. They all hang out together. Heart disease, stroke. So if you change this and don't ever take any supplement, you don't ever take a vitamin D or vitamin C. All right. But if you sleep good, you eat good, eat healthy, and exercise, that's 90% of the work. Supplements are just the back end.
Okay.
Understand that. People say, but coach, what supplements should I take? Then I said, how's your eating? How's your sleeping? How's your exercise? Don't take any supplements. If you're not eating enough, if you're not eating the right foods, you're not exercising right, and you're not sleeping right, that supplement ain't gonna do it. Ain't doing nothing. That's number one. That's number one. I hate to even say number two because you think number two is close to one. It's only one. No. Supplement is like, that's number one. Two is not even a two. It's like number 1,706. It's down there. One is so big.
Right.
It's like, it's like who's second to God? That's the thing. None. Right. It's just like there's no, and people take supplements and juices and stuff like that and thinking that, because I'm not doing this, I'll take this and be better. No. The water's still coming out. You ain't fixing nothing. So it's one. That's the takeaway. If you had something to take away, one. The erect, one. Stay with the one. The good eating, exercise, sleeping, good thoughts, taking care of yourself. Have good people around you. Surround yourself.
Coach, and I'm sitting here listening to you. I let you make a decision about what the segment's going to be about, but I'm listening to you right now, and I'm thinking about some people. I'm like, people have back issues, so next month you might need to talk about back issues because people.
Now, is it the erectile back that they don't want to stand up to adjust, or you just talking about the regular back? The regular back. We talking about sciatica. And the lumbar spine. We talking about okay, good. Kyphosis, lordosis. Scoliosis. We'll talk about that. Okay, we'll get in the back. We'll talk about back next.
Because I listen to you talk about for some people, they need to control their weight.
That's right. And if you got too much weight in the front, it's gonna hurt your back. We'll get into that next. But it's always gonna be the Dr. Jamal social twist. It's always gonna be the Dr. Jamal social twist. Remember, ED does not just start physical. ED, mental, and your actions. Limp hands, limp mouth, limp tongue. When somebody says injustice, you sit there and listen. You don't stand up and say nothing. Limp.
That's right.
So remember that.
That's right. Lay that wood.
Lay that wood.
We out of here. Run, tell that, share. Again, share. I know I should have said it throughout, but again, share. And again, Coach Carter edition, run, tell that.
We'll be back
next month. And then he may add some other ladies too, but I know some of y'all sitting out there because all y'all be complaining about y'all backs. I started saying, when I'm just talking about, whoa, this goes right back to what I heard him say to people. Like, again, you got all this right here.
You got next month. You tune in.
Man.
We got back.
So we signing out.
Don't be limp. Stand up. There's social injustice. Fight for it.
Coach Carter's being slick. He was being slick. He was bringing about Alderwoman Gibson Carter, Alderwoman Miller Blakely, and himself, because they own Savannah High. But it's
Blue Jackets.
Still HBJ.
Blue Jackets.
BJ. Woo! Signing out. Bye.
Bye.
Check out this month.
Bye.